Hi, guys. Hello. Hi. Welcome in. How you doing? How it be? How it goes? I know I streamed earlier today, but I decided to do a bit of a late night stream. Um, where we're gonna be doing some doodling, playing a water game. What that? What that? Also, welcome, Ishiro. I saw your first time chat. I saw that. Sledding game? Is that new sledding? I know that game. I watched a friend Willow play it. Subnautica 2, never fucking mind. Very different uh well, close enough. I will never play Subnautica. That shit's terrifying. I'd never leave the little pod thing that you start off in. I'd never leave that. I could not. You got my heart. You've got my soul. Got me spinning. I'm about to lose control. Alright. It's my model. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So. I didn't have a specific thing that I wanted to doodle, I will say. But I felt like drawing and I felt like streaming. So that is what we are gonna do. We are gonna draw and we're gonna stream and we're gonna have a fucking lovely time. Uganda Knuckles, I am not drawing Uganda Knuckles. I think there's already enough art without me adding. I just hit the fucking microphone. I think we have enough art of Uganda Knuckles out on the internet. We don't need my uh we don't need my addition to that. What we can do is we have a couple things that we can do. So I can either work on a couple things. I can do some more drawings of one of my D&D characters, Piri. I can draw the what about Mario? Again, there's enough fan art of them. I can draw someone's random character on stream. Their name is Keto. He added this dude called Wart on his stream, and Wart messed with me so much that I wanted to draw him. He was just so random. So that's one of the things that we can do. Another thing that we can do is design work, and you'll probably realize the design. Is that it? No, that's turning people into a femboy. Been looking for the one. I could work on this. My wife's I assume Final Fantasy character, 14. That too, I could. I'm kind of not in the position to accept free doodles at the moment, but I typically do a thing where I'll doodle someone for like $5. It'll just be a little chicken scratch cheaty. I felt it in my chest the moment we aligned. Till my final breath, I'll love you all my life. So we have a couple things that we can do. So I can work more on this, which is going to be my design if you couldn't tell. Ever since, Sally came around, I figured making myself a pirate-like design would be a fun little thing to do. So that's what this is. It has elements of like my previous designs that I really love. So with my 3D model, It has the white shirt, like kind of high-waisted in a sense, and also the little sleeves. It's got the long hair of the one that Leo was working on, but it also has like tattoos and more wings and stuff to give a more butterfly-like appearance, because my current like PNGs and stuff don't really have that. And if we work on this one, we could also work on a new mascot. So, yeah. Oh, you wanna keep giving to me? All my wishful thinking. Okay. But yeah, that's something we could do. Um, I can work on, obviously, this. I can do mascot designs on this. I can draw Wart. I can just do some little doodles for chat, but I would do doodles for chat and stuff like that, but currently we're not in a financial position to do them for free. So I would have to ask for like $5 or something to do that. Um which I apologize for. I typically like to make sure that I can draw for you guys as well, because you all do so much for me already. Um but those are the certain things that we can do. Um, do I know what I would do mascot wise? Not particularly. I just realized the music is a little loud for me. Gonna watch how you do these shapes. The only issue, Koans, I did this without many of the shapes. Uh, I just drew it. So when I was working on this, I didn't do a lot of the shapes. I just worked on it and went from there. The only shapes that I really did would have been the hands here, this part of the torso, and the initial head were the only things I did. I otherwise just sketched everything else out on top of it. So I apologize, but I don't think you're gonna see much shape work unless I do a new little thing, and that's work on the on like a mascot. Which I had a couple of ideas. I figured I would still keep at least a sailors slash sailboat theme or ship like theme. It won't quite be Sally, but it'll be something that I enjoy. Uh, but we could do that. You know what, we'll do that. We'll do some of that. Like that. I got a butterfly badge. Speaking of, I kind of need to redo my badges because they're cows at the moment. I just randomly did them. Wait, didn't show. I see it. Don't worry. This is but comments. This is typically what I do when it comes to chibi work. This is what I use. And then I'll lower the opacity and I will just go in with the shapes that I know, but for simplicity's sake, what we're gonna do is we're going to go through the motions of the shapes. So because this is a chibi, the proportions are gonna be a little bit weird because chibis aren't anatomically correct. So obviously with a chibi, you start off with more giant but small proportions, which sounds off, but I promise it makes sense. But it also depends on the kind of chibi that you do. Because you can do a chibi with, like, longer... Because you can do a chibi with longer proportions, making it look more realistic. You can do a chibi with shorter proportions. You can do a chibi with exaggerated proportions. Yeah. So it very much depends on the kind of chibi that you do. Ooh. But typically the chibis that I do are more along the lines of this one or this one. I typically don't do the exaggerated one unless I need to. But that's still technically how this one would work. So it would, but you're using more realistic proportions. If you're doing front facing, you want to keep things relatively symmetrical. Where the stomach would be, where the shoulders would be, elbows would be about here. Depending on the kind of hand you do. We're going to keep it simple like this. These will go about there. Kind of like that. Yes, so I start with angled, like, stick-like anatomy. And then you can, something that you can do is just push proportions. Just to make them fit a bit more. Similar to that. This head would be a little bit larger. Because it's a front on. But that's essentially how that would work. With this position, the hand would be facing away from the body. This one would be kind of facing this way. Kind of like that. And then from here, you would lower the opacity, and then don't focus too much on everything, but just build the muscle of it all. And then obviously, again, you can push proportions like this. You make drawing hands look so easy. I fucked it up a fair bit on this one. This one should be a little bit down like that. Kind of like that. And then reminder that your collarbone kind of connects your arms together. There'll be a little triangle muscle along here, typically. Depending on how muscular it'll be more obvious or less obvious. So on my model, it's not as obvious. And then just do kind of a straight shot, depending on the thickness. Kind of like that. And then you'll work from, because this is quite a muscular build, it'll be a little bit tighter framed. Reminder to keep your guidelines of where each part would align. So this will be the center of the chest, and typically like the pecs or chest will align like that. This will be your crotch, the hips, and again, you can keep the guideline going down like that. This will be your kneecap. Kind of like that. And you could still obviously push proportions and stuff, but make sure that you're like attempting to try and make it as accurate as possible. Kind of like that. Dressing grandpa's right. Hi, Kraken. Welcome in. How you doing? How it be? How you going? Something that I learned, so the end of the eyebrow should typically be level with the ear. Doing good, just late night games. Hey, I hope you have fun with that. So you can push the proportions. Technically, this face should be a little bit further up. You'll have the little eyelid there. And your mouth will kind of sit there. Obviously, you can push this as you want. With the face, typically when it comes to eyes, start off with either kind of a loose diamond shape, a triangle shape, or a kind of a pentagon bent outer shape. That'll essentially define the features of that eye type. So we have a slimmer, a kind of shyer, downturned, and then a wide-eyed, innocent kind of eye. Kind of like that. But that'll define your eye shape a little bit more, depending on what you're trying to aim for. And then you can take away your base guidelines, and then you'll refine this pose a little bit more as you continue on. Mind you, as you're working, don't follow these guides too closely. These are just your guides. So again, because this is a more, it depends. So if you're trying to draw an hourglass, you'll have a more exaggerated, depending on your style, kind of like that. You can have a muscle bound, in which case it'll be a little bit thicker, like this. Similarly, if you're doing a rounder shape, you'll have this one be kind of this similar, but it depends. And then a flatter one will be similar to this, but smaller. But generally, if you're not sure what body type to go with what your base reference is to get used to one body type. For me, it was this one. It'll go much smoother for you. Hands are kind of similar in that sense. Hands are a pentagon. Your thumb will sit on this side. Your pinky will sit on this side. And then your guideline for the top of the palm will be about there. Obviously, it won't be straight this shape. Focus more on curving out that top line a little bit more to make it a bit more useful towards you. But you can generally split it up like that. There you go. But shit definitely depends. Shit depends so much on what your intended look is going for. But yeah. Ignore that. It was definitely just sparkling water in a can. But yeah. And then once you got this stuff down, you can do shit like this. Oh, I forgot to do shoutouts. One moment while I shout the fuck out of everyone in chat. Who was here? I saw Sephiroth. No one is safe. There's a Sephiroth shout out. I was really fucking worried. So I think Koance was next. In chat. Who else was there? Sephiroth, Koance. I saw Cyro in chat. I saw Grandpa. Who else did I see? No, I guess until someone makes themselves known. And there you go. Thank you for the health check. Bad to fucking bad. Whoa. Hey, Koans. Actually, I'll message you on DMs. I won't say this out loud on stream. I'll be nice. I'll be, nice and sweet. Specifically, there's something related to that. I shall wait. Waiting. A shout out from the hamster. Yeah, test subject number 1. Here we go. I forgot that your name on Discord for me is Headmate. I forgot that I nicknamed you that. It is. Maybe I'll draw a hamster. Butterfly hamster. I do have to go through and check my VIPs at some point, because like there are a couple people that I don't know if I've given VIP, but I feel like they deserve it. 100%. Actually, speaking of, you know what? You've been super funny, and I enjoy bullying the shit out of you. Kraken, you're now VIP. I enjoy bullying people, and as such, you are now a VIP. Congrats, you now have a target on your back. But yeah, it'll start off as that, and then you'll slowly build up to that, and then you can kind of go from there. I just got asked if I was trying to corrupt people, and the answer is always yes. That's not even a fucking question. I am here for the corruption of everything. I love corrupting people. That's, uh, I feel like I maybe should have worded that a little bit better, but that's fine. Wishing on everyone that you'd be mine. Mine. I see forever in your eyes. See you smile. There we go. Enjoy your fancy new badges, guys. Enjoy the fancy pants badges. Wishing on everyone that you'd be mine. Before you ask, Koans, yes, I did have those commands at the ready. I did in fact have the slash VIP and the slash mod at hand. And I had your names pre-written. Have bills done too much? Haven't caught up with my friends in weeks, but now we're out of touch. I've been driving in LA, and the world it feels too big. Like a floating ball that's bound to break, snap my psychic like a twig. And I just wanna see if you feel the same as me. Do you ever get a little bit tired of life? What do I want to draw? I can draw myself hot. I don't think I ever showed anyone this. I only showed Rava this. I was bored one day and I decided to do this. A little bit trying of time to care when I don't. Quick repairs to cope. A little bit tired of sinking, there's water on my boat. Trying to stay afloat, but I got these quick repairs to go. Nice, I know, right? I made myself super hot there. I'm so proud of myself. And the dose I gotta take, boy, I wish that I could count. What could I do? Do you ever get a little bit tired of life? Like you're not really happy, but you don't want to die? I have the redraw that I was working on of my art over the years. Back from like when I did things in MS Paint with a mouse to when I started learning on tablet, which was 2021. All the way to now. Same character, just, you know, changed. I'm barely breathing, trying to stay afloat, so I got these quick repairs to go. I could work on this, it's been a while. Like a numb little bug that's gotta survive, it's gotta survive. We'll work on this for a little bit. I got all my base colors and stuff in place. There's a track, the tears are quiet, every walk is one more. Oh, how long has it been? I don't know, but it feels like an eternity. Okay, let's do that. We're gonna work on this one. to be with you in paradise, what I wouldn't sacrifice. Somewhere I can go. As I walk this road alone. Since I had you here with me, since I had to learn to be someone you don't know. As I walk this world alone. It's a hell that I call home. It's a long goodbye on the other side of the only life I know. And it feels like an eternity since I had to learn to be someone you don't know. Kinda like that. Pain can't get enough. And happiness doesn't work. Pain without love. Pain without love. Are better than misery. Don't thank me later. It looks like sun is coming from up this way, so all of our shading is gonna be opposite side. I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. But it's home to me and I walk alone. And I'm the only one and I walk alone. Shadows, only one that walks beside me. Sometimes I wish someone out there will find me. Ba-da-da-da. There we go. Heart's the only thing that's beating. Till then I walk alone. On the boulevard of broken dreams. I'm the only one and I walk on. Fucking, I have not shaded in a long goddamn time. That name would have been funny, but they're a bot. Senile self-indulgence. If only they weren't a bot. Alright, we got like half of it shaded. And it's looking good. Get out your guns, battle's begun. I think that's looking pretty fucking good so far. I say before you start a war, you better know what you're fighting for. Well, baby, you are all that I adore. I'm an angel with a shotgun, fight until the war's won. Throw away my faith, babe, just to keep you safe. I think that was supposed to be one of the fucking... No, you're all good, fam. You don't need to apologize for not getting it. Was playing water game? Exactly. So you don't gotta apologize. Yeah, focus on your game. I don't care if heaven won't take me back. Want to live, not just survive. Another bot today. Yep. I got it already, don't worry. You got mod squad now. Exactly. I asked, to be fair. I don't know if that's good or not. It just means you're part of the team. Whether that's a good team or not is up for debate. Gotta hide, hide, hide my wings tonight. No D&D today. How was D&D? Oh. But I'm here because he's so mad I'm not. That would end about there. Of the universe, and then I found you. Oh, that's looking super cute. I wonder if your therapist knows everything about me. Never walk away from, you're just the last of the real ones. I'm 2 for 2 today. You are. I'm proud of you. What? Hi, Kenneth. Welcome in. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you so much. I hope you're having a wonderful and amazing day as well. How you doing? How it be? What you up to? Cause you lost a dying breed. Ah, 3 multiply layers. Gotta love it. Hi, Lazary. Had to bother the heck out of it. Yeah, that's my bad. Look, I'm doing my best, okay? How you doing, though? Hi, hi. That glow. You train this for me. So I got into a crash, broke my ribs, and left leg got surgery, and now I'm recovering. Oh god, how fucking jeez. You got put through the fucking ringer, bro. You I hope recovery is at least going well, but shit, fuck. Damn. Sorry, I swear a lot. I'm not that sorry. I want to make it clear. Don't get me right now. I'm good. Say no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Yeah, we'll be counting stars. Ba, ba, da, da. But I hope you're recovering well, and I hope commission work is going well. Me and my soul. I don't think the water salts. And I feel something so right. Gotta have a bit of sparkle in life. And it's subtle, but it's there. Put that down. Put that down a bit. There we go. I think that's looking really fucking cute right now. If anyone that's joining in, this is a redraw of all of like the previous years that I remembered to do this. You can see we skipped 2020 and 2023, 2024, and 2025. So we're on to 2026. This is looking very cute though. Hope it's a four little word. A bookmark with Derpy Mob Frogs having a tea party. That fire or nah? I like that. I think that's good. I like that a lot. But doing the right thing. Couldn't I, couldn't I, couldn't I? I'm gonna merge this all down. to that. I need a lot of opinions. I like that. A bookmark with derpy mobs. So it's a bookmark, obviously. Derpy mob frogs having a tea party. I like this idea. This idea pleases the fuck out of me. I love it. How will this actually... Wait, before I continue. Oh, that works perfect with the shading. Whew! Is this the butterfly in question? Mascot? No. Mascot, why? There's just a random character that I've been drawing throughout the years. Everything that kills me. She is fabulous. Thank you. Yeah, she is just a random fucking character that I've been drawing throughout the years. She's gone through several phases. That's on a separate layer, right? Oh, thank fuck. Because one of my pre-made bookmarks I'm working on, I was insecure. And the butterfly who betrayed your party's trust. No. No, this is not. This is just, You're gonna show me how I shade hair. So, essentially what I do is I base color it, and then I add as many multiply layers and add and like glowing layers as I possibly fucking can until I have about 10 layers that are for the same fucking thing. Is that a new emote? Is that a new emote? I loaded that. So, let's see if I can... I'm gonna just use this one. So what I do is we're gonna make a random piece of hair. What color are we doing? You know what? We're just gonna do it, then we're gonna do this pink. All of them? I don't think I can do all of them. Okay, see this pink. So what I do first off, is I decide which way the light is coming. What the fuck did I just do? That should go there. Jesus Christ. Okay, so what I do is that I grab a flat brush. I grab a either a magenta or like a purple. In this case, it'll be purple. I will make the flat brush big enough. I will shade essentially at the tops of the hair, kind of like this, as well as kind of like the bottom of it. So that you have a base end and like where it starts and where it begins, and then you can kind of add it like this. And there'll be more shading down here because this is where the light isn't reaching. And then you'll add a couple of like prominent like bits, like locks. And then for the remaining hair, you'll add lighter locks that aren't as prominent, like that. I will change that to a multiply layer, and I'll put that low. And then I will grab a airbrush. I'm amazed. What the fuck? I'll grab an airbrush. It'll be the same thing. It'll go across there. Across there. And also where this curve is, it's going to go across there as well. And it'll be a multiply. That one will be a little bit darker than your initial layer. You'll grab that same flat brush and grab a complementary contrasting color. Because we started with pink, this pink over here, green to the blue is kind of the typical area that you want to go. And you'll shade on the brightest side. Kind of, or you can do, firstly, it kind of like this, above and directly below the shading. You'll make that a lighter layer. Lighten it like this. Then you'll add more prominent highlights. These will be blended down into the shading. And those will also be turned into add glow layers. My previous add glow is not light enough. I think I might need to choose a different color. It's not as light. And then I'll add a couple of sparkles. Just on the areas that I've highlighted. But you can, depending on the hair that you're doing, it'll be like that. And then you'll just adjust. And then, yeah, pretty much. Mrs. Butterfly teaching art class. There you go. I'm following. Oh, fuck, it was so much. I totally understand, teacher, definitely. But for one thing, I can have up to, like, just for the one thing, I'll have maybe, like, 10 to 12 layers of just pure shading. One thing that you can do is if you grab the base color as well, make your brush super thin, typically like a 2 or 3 pixel. Bring that shading back, and on the layer above it, you can add little wispy bits. Because not all hair is straight. It is like this. And then it'll add a little bit of character to your little thing. I am paying so much attention. She was offended. I should not speak so I don't get in trouble. Yeah. You still need to work on your emotes, sir. Big brain. Instructions unclear. Dick short and ceiling fan. If only I could do this. Anyone can do this. But yeah, so that's how typically I'll draw. And that's pretty much what's been done here. The only thing is on top of this layer is I have a gradient map so that the colors appear a bit warmer. I would suggest putting this over just the base and not the wispies. So if you want warmer or cooler tones, you'll go to wherever your gradient maps are. In Clip Studio, it's up here. It'll be just a box with a gradient. I typically use the sunset one, and I'll do that. And then I'll do a soft light on it. And it gives it a slightly warmer tone to it. However, if you're not looking for a warmer tone, you can do a cooler tone with, like, the blue sky here. Doing it here. And again, a soft light. And it gives a more pretty look. Leo trying to get out of his art homework. Koans, you have art homework too. Yeah, you haven't done yours either. Hi, Cypher. Welcome in, welcome in. I gotta give shout outs again. But yeah, so that's how typically I do it. So if you want more warmer, go with like a sunset. Another thing that you can do is if you don't want to use any of these, the pre-made gradient maps, use a pink and like a gold color, kind of like this. And then just again do a soft light. It'll still give that effect, and if you want it to be more warm toned, you'll use like a green and like a purple. And then a soft light again. He says it for the yeah. But that's just how I do it. You obviously do not have to do it my way. That's just one of the many, many ways that I do things. Typically I add another multiply layer though, with the shading, and it'll be a hard cell shading, similar to the one on here. So the hard cell shading here should be there. But yeah. Saying, baby, let's go home. Yes, I have missed you, Cypher. I have an excuse. I have a D&D game I'm running on Sunday. I have to spend time on that. Come on. I understand DMing takes a lot of time and effort. But if I can do comms, stream, and push collabs while also doing art, I think you can add it in somewhere. You just gotta adjust your schedule a little bit. Oh, but the last one talked about being busy. Yeah. And this isn't even the busiest that I could be. I will be honest. You need more rest? I don't need rest. I was about to say something that would probably go against what I was about to say. Don't turn away now. Above the rest, improve yourself, your spirit never dies. But I do not need more rest. Personally. Like lounging, rest, lays around, not get a chat caused aneurysm. Bada 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 ba. Let me do that. There we go. By the way, this is not an ideal way to shade fabric. Do not follow me when it comes to shading fabric. I suck at it, and I typically cut corners. We're gonna do this one. My point being... I can't shade, it ruins whatever I draw. Have you looked at, tutorials? Conversation. Anyway, Skillshare, I would check out books from the library. There are good tutorials out there, but, you know. Maybe I should stop and start confessing. Yeah. The best tutorial I could find is give my wallet to an artist. That's not a solution. If I lost my mind and it took it way too far, I know we'd be alright if you were by my side. I know we'd be alright, no, we would be alright. No, we would be alright. Baby, there's nothing holding me back. Baby, there's nothing holding me back. I'll find you some tutorials. Didn't realize she was so busy. Depends. Oh, my favorite part, the eyes. But yeah, it very much depends, Carlines. Typically, if I'm busy. I don't intend to be, but I end up getting busy very quick. Will I have the will to live at the end? Questionable. If I have a will to live, even if it's minimal, you can too. I found a new way to shade eyes, and I plan to use it. If it makes you feel better, she never finished my femboy art or started on the reference page. I wanted to make her let me pay for it. I kind of don't have a choice at the moment. Check DMs real quick. Understood. Alright. Thanks, Leo. Appreciate it. You said that just as I saw her message. Oh, that's a pain in the ass. Alright, if you happen to be in my Discord server, please make sure to, not accept any, friend requests from, Rava Esmere. Her account got hacked and compromised, just be careful when clicking links. Don't click them at all. And yeah. I just got informed that that unfortunately happened. So that's a shame. Can I go click some? I warned you. It's your golden hour. You slow down time. It's your golden hour. Of my life. I wish I could explain what I was doing in the eyes, but I physically just don't have a fucking clue. You shine. It's your golden hour. In your golden hour. Oh, that's not the right fucking brush. Let me... I'm going to fix up how light that color came out on the lashes. Because I don't want it that bright. I don't want it too bright on that. Some night of 100 Yes. Tell me to see skin and bone. Hello, welcome. There we go. And bada, it's done. So if we here is the finished version of it. I think I did pretty fucking well. I'm in love with how I drew that eye. That's such a cute eye design. The flowers, the eye. Oh, it's so cute. And these are all of the previous years. I think I've improved a fair bit. I went from doing lines to pure lineless, and then finally lines again. Alright, let's add just one more thing. And that is going to be this. That's just a little light source. I think that's quite cute. There we go. Oh, that was cool. Yeah! So we can mark 2026 as officially done. Because all of them... I think that's quite cool. How this all came out. Let me make a new one. Because I like to have a separate version and then also a version with all of them. So we're going to do that. We'll move that over there. What is on this layer? Nothing. Coolio. I've also noticed they're progressively getting bigger. They're all, like, it started out relatively the same size, then it got bigger again, and now it's massive. Like, it's not a 2000% improvement. Well, I'm still quite in love with the 2021 version, but I think this version definitely trumps that. I think it went downhill 2022 and then it came back 2026. Let me save this. And then we'll also grab this one. This could be a D&D token. Motherfucker, I just made another D&D character. There's something up there. What if I crop it to there? Then if I select this, that should... It should, technically, crop it down. No, we are gonna in fact fix this. It's pissing me off. This has got to be very specific. Okay, now on this side. There we go. Alright, beautiful. I'm quite happy with this. I think this went very better than what I was expecting. And I'm gonna name this as such. I think, oh wait, no, that one's still on. Compared to, like, the other versions of this, like, obviously, when I first started, this was amazing to me. When I first drew this, I was like, yeah, this is perfect. I did so well. And then I redrew it, and I was like, nah, no, I've outdone myself. And then it just happened again. And then I was like, no, I hate this version. And then I made this version. It got better again. Oh. Our learning time. That was funny. I was only gonna make this a relatively short stream. Learning time. If anyone wants any of the steps to, like, how I made the stuff on this canvas, not just the hairpiece, but everything else, I need to eat is what I need to do. So not just this stuff, but the stuff I did before. I'll post all that in the Discord. For now, though, what we're gonna do, we're gonna move here. Please take care of yourself. I shall. It's just that we hadn't eaten yet. I want to make sure that I am able to make food for my husband, and myself. The doggos have been fed. We need to eat. And we're probably gonna make us some quesadillas. I could still stream, and y'all could just wait here for me. However, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna make you sit here and wait like 30 minutes for me to make food for my family. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go... Oh my god, holographic bacon is live. It's been a while. We're gonna go raid them. 100% Koans and Leonis will still be here. They be my besties. They be my besties. Of course they'll be here. They're always there, and I appreciate them all. I appreciate all of you so much. But as we're ending, go check out socials and shit, I guess. I've been uploading recently on YouTube. I've reached bestie status. Yes, you have, Koans. I've gaslit you enough. You have reached bestie status. I've been recently putting stuff on, YouTube and shit. Don't go look at it, though. It's just previous VODs and shit. No one really needs to see that. There's a Discord that I need to update that command. It's been saying that it's a work in progress for a while now. Speaking of my husband. Go check him out as well. But we're gonna go raid. Did they just end? No! No, they did not! They fucking ended! Shit. Motherfucker! You know what? I have another person. Don't worry. I have someone else. They better not fucking end. I can't... Is this person ending too? Motherfucker! No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll find another person. It's okay. We're 0 for 2. I can find someone. You know what? No. Amazing person, Maui, that I post about in Discord. Please don't be ending. Please. Oh, they're doing a karaoke. I kind of feel bad. But they're at 570 followers. Let's get them to 600 because they're trying to get to 600. Go give them some love and support. They're amazing. They're a very sweet individual. They have been a mod for my husband for a while. We're gonna rate them, so make sure to stick around for that and get, like, all the extra channel points and shit. I said to myself, the minute Maui is on stream, I want to raid her. So stick around for that. She's a lovely individual. She deserves all the love and support. She is amazing. Talented. But yeah. Bye-bye, guys. Take care.